Now I see her in the audience tonight. Last Friday night, this sweet lady told me this story. She went into the baker to buy the usual things that we buy when we go to a bakery. And the lady who waited on her didn't look well. And she, without asking the reasons for her present appearance, in her own mind's eye, when she got home, she talked to her as though she stood before her physically. She didn't sit down, she didn't relax, didn't go into a trance, just brought her before her mind's eye and heard her say that she felt so well. And she complimented her on the way she looked. She looked so well. And this was a communion between two souls, how she looked so well. And she believed in the reality of her imaginal act. 1 week later, she goes back into the same bakery. And here is this lady, same lady, but radiant. So radiant, it prompted a response from this one. And she said, "But you look so well. What has happened?" Well, she said, "This past week I inherited some money. And I paid all of my bills. I paid everything that I owed in this world. And so I have no debts, and I have money." Now, this lady is totally unaware of the gift she received from the lady who is present here tonight. Totally unaware of it. Now, listen to these words, and try to put any other interpretation upon them in the world, and then tell me if you can. This is from the 25th chapter of the book of Matthew. "Inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it unto me." You don't need the consent of any being in this world to hear good news for them. You don't have to say, "Do you want me to hear it? Do you want praise?" If you ask them in advance, "Should I hear good news for you?" you're only asking. In the event that it works, they'll praise you or in some way give you something. You don't ask anyone for their permission to hear good news. For inasmuch as you have heard it, as you have done it, to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it unto me. And when you did not do it, you did not do it unto me. And to every moment of time, there's the opportunity to do it unto Christ Jesus. Christ Jesus being your own wonderful human imagination. And to see man in need and not act in your own wonderful imagination as she did, is to keep the wounds open and to bear more and more stripes upon the body of Christ Jesus. For the only Christ Jesus is in you as your only wonderful human imagination. Christ in you is the hope of glory. Come, test yourself and see. What a wonderful invitation. Test yourself. How would I test myself? Well, this is how you test yourself. I tell you that if you imagine, as this lady did, that someone stands before you in bodily form, though it cannot be seen with your mortal eye, but actually you imagine they are standing before you, and you carry on a conversation with them from the premise of your fulfilled desire for them. And then you feel them as you would feel them were they now solidly present. And you believe in the reality of that imaginal act. It's done. And how it happens, you need not be concerned. It has its own manner of externalizing itself within their world. All you need do is do it, as told us in the first chapter of the book of James. When he said, "Receive with meekness the implanted word." And the word is called Christ Jesus, the power and the wisdom of God. "But be ye doers of the word, and not merely hearers, deceiving yourselves. So when he tells me to be the doer of the world thinks it means to go out and make some physical effort. No. James is not telling me to substitute works for faith. Works are the evidence as to whether the faith that I profess is alive or dead. Is it alive? If it is alive, I will act upon it. If it's not alive, well then, I won't act upon it. I haven't yet bought the pearl of great price. When I buy the pearl of great price, there is no other pearl like it. I sell all in this world to buy it. I sell all beliefs in powers other than my own wonderful human imagination. And everyone, because he has imagination, and everyone can imagine, and everyone can believe in the reality of his imaginal act, he is free. It sets a man free. For we are told, if you believe my word and abide in my word, then you know the truth. And the truth will set you free. Well, how does he define the truth? He said, I am the truth. So he said, if you know my word, you know the truth. And I am the truth. If you abide in this, then you'll be set free. It means that if I simply imagine that I am the man that I would love to be, that's all that I need do, to just try it. Imagine that you are already the man that you would like to be, the woman you would like to be. Your friends are, total strangers are, as you would like them to be. Just imagine it. Try it. Test yourself and see.